It's the NBA brought to you by 2K Sports on this very special Easter Sunday. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Tim Legler and Greg Anthony. And our reporter on the sideline tonight, Allie LaForce. And let's check out a breakdown looking at some of the stats for MP.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different scorer than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
And a look at the starters for the Hornets. Ball is the point with Miller on the wing. Miles Bridges is out there with Knippel. And it's MP in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for the Hawks, the backcourt guards are Young and Daniels. Johnson and Okongwu man the post position. And it's Rizachet in at the small forward. We know these two teams rack up the assists. Greg, they pride themselves on playing unselfish basketball.
Yeah, both sides preach player and ball movement, getting everyone involved. It makes both teams that much more difficult to defend.
And here is Ball, following the three-pointer by Trae Young.
Well, these types of looks are easy for MP. The defense must make it harder for the young guy.
Now, let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce, courtside. Allie.
Well, I did have a chance to talk with head coach Quinn Snyder. Coach told me, quote, our success defensively in this one hinges on how we guard LaMelo Ball. He continued, not only is Ball a 3-level scorer, he's a top-tier passer with excellent court vision. And we've got to do our best to make him uncomfortable out there. Back over to you.
And as always, Allie, great job. Thank you.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Well, with that kind of success, I imagine they'll continue to be aggressive inside.
Young from outside. It's hauled in by MP. Hornets have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. And that one, good. ABC's got 8 points.
Well, it's early, but I love their offensive game plan to this point.
Young with no one around. Offline with his 3. Hornets have gone 4 of 4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here. It seems to be an overlooked part of Trae Young's game, but GA, he's led the NBA in total assists a few times.
No doubt. You initially think about Trae shooting, scoring, but he also runs the offense really well and wants to facilitate.
And here's Daniels following LaMelo Ball's 3. Back to Daniels. Shot clock at 6. And here's Young from the arc. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. He's got 6.
Wow, great equalizer there from Young. He has the answer for that 3. Well, if you work the ball inside, it is going to pay dividends.
The Hawks trail by 5. Outside Daniel. Young outside. A floater. Kept alive. Kicks it out to Johnson. Hawks passing it around. Here's Okongwu. Lost contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Well, you see this all too often. The effort has to be there first.
Okongwu is now starting, Tim, and coming off the bench his first handful of seasons, I think got him ready for this role he's in right now.
He has been a good defender from day one, but his offensive game now starting to show some growth. He's stretching his shooting range, and he is showing you some growth as a playmaker as well.
Here is Daniels. Still yet to score. Here's Rizachet. It's hauled in by MP.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Wasted no time on that one.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Young passes to Johnson. Rizachet wide open. Atlanta again missing. Hornets leading by 7. MP, that's for 2. It's good for the 7th time this game. He's shot 7. He has made 7.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Ricochet in the corner. Young outside. And Okongwu has it in the corner. And they get it. ABC grabs the board. MP's got 4 rebounds in this game. Bridges outside. Here's Knipple. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. They trail by 9 points. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
I like their aggressiveness in that one. No one's going to give you anything. You've got to go out and take it.
That is the way they would like to play every night. But, of course, each opponent represents different challenges. But what a steady presence offensively and a very difficult player to game plan for.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Now, here is Young. A 32-point game for him in the win against Oklahoma City. Into the lane. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. Young's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Yeah, for a smaller guard, Young is very skilled at taking the hit and converting regardless.
MP kicks to Miller. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. ABC's shot is good. MP's got 18 points.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
That one drops for him.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Well, if you love high-scoring games, you came to the right place.
And indeed, they're going to be 2 minutes.
The previous play is under review.
And they're making sure on this one, even though it may not matter in the grand scheme, but the replay process is faster than ever. You know, why not?
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
And the call is going to be overturned. The second look shows that he did, in fact, beat the clock.
Yeah, they're glad they're going to get those points. It wasn't too long ago that they wouldn't even have looked at it on the monitor, but replay's here, and it's here to stay for situations just like that one.
Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. Well, we hope you're enjoying your Easter as we are here, as we get underway once again. Looking at what we've seen from the Hornets, what do you think?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Early offense in this league is key. You've got to score before the defense can set up in the half court.
So on the floor for Charlotte to start this second quarter. You got Josh Green. Johnson is out there with Trey Mann. Then it's MP. And it's Zalon in at the 4. Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Well, ABC in the last matchup against the Spurs was all business. He dropped an amazing number of points, and as always, he was fantastic on the glass, a rebounding machine. And the entire NBA talking about his performance. It was that special. Can he do it again? We'll see, guys.
All right, Allie, great stuff as always. He was in attack mode all night. We saw that really propelled them to that win.
When he's on, he is on. And there isn't all that much you can do to stop him.
Well, he did whatever he wanted. I love the fact that he was under control, yet very aggressive.
So it's the Hawks now. After Keon Johnson hitting the 3, the Hawks again can't hit. Hornets leading by 15. MP looking around. Green kicks to MP. Johnson in the corner. Shoots the 3. Good, and the assist goes to MP. ABC's got 5 assists in the game. And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. And the Hawks making a change here. Let's use this break in the action to show you the teams that in the last 10 games have been the NBA's best fast break teams. In third, the Hornets.
I mean, no doubt for me that they've hit their stride the last few weeks. I mean, they are punishing the defenses with that up-tempo style.
Pass to Daniel. Stewart, a screen for Daniel. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on MP. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Hornets?
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
And they're also focusing on their break, looking for any chance they can to push the pace and get out in transition.
Here's Young. He's got 10. Outside Daniel. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Young left side. 4 on the clock. The shot by Stewart with no one around. Drills the three-pointer. Stewart's got 5.
Well, it's easy to see why this team trusts Young to facilitate this offense. His decision-making is tremendous.
And when it comes to team building, GA, there's been a debate about whether the 2-star or 3-star approach is more effective.
Kevin, for me, I think it comes down to fit more than anything. It doesn't matter how many stars you have. They don't mesh. And if they're not comfortable in the role that's carved out for them on that respective team.
Here's Newell following the basket by MP. And here's Young from the arc. Hits it from three-point range. 13 points in the game.
And they are absolutely stroking it from beyond the arc.
Here's MP. And MP throws it down.
They continue to feed the hot hand, and this kid is putting in work.
The Hawks trail by 14. Young left side. And it's MP with the rebound. MP's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Rebound by the Hawks. Last time they came together was in Charlotte, where they fell to the Hornets.
And it's going to come down to effort tonight. Last time they met each other, they were demolished on the boards, and that rebounding difference led to a sizable loss.
Well, I don't think you can look at these matchups and think it can be just one guy. I would have everybody on the glass to help out.
And it's in there. MP's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Well, his team is up, and he's a big reason why. And it's a little easier to shoot when you know you've got an advantage on the scoreboard.
And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. For the Hawks, Okongwu's checked in for Stewart, and it's Johnson in for Newell. Hornets on defense now. On the wing, Johnson jacks up a 3. The basket good off the assist from Young. Young's got 4 assists now tonight. Tim, it feels like the bigger the stakes, the better we're going to see Trae Young play.
Well, Kevin, he's had his moments in the playoffs, and he embraces the spotlight, home or away. He won't shy from being the villain. That's the kind of chip he plays with.
Now, here's MP. Last game, an incredible scoring display for him. That one good for 2.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And now, let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, thanks a lot, guys. Trae Young is learning to become more of a threat when he's off the ball. He said at every level there's a different type of game. Now, knowing the NBA game, I'm more patient, understanding how the game is, how to control it from the beginning to the end, and how you need to win. Guys, back over to you.
Okay, Allie, we thank you for the report.
Well, he has dictated the tempo this entire quarter, getting basically whatever he wants offensively.
Young outside for the 3. Cans it from downtown. Young's got 6 here in this quarter.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc. I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Young against Ball. A wide open look here for Okongwu. No good on the triple. MP, that's for 2. It's good. MP's got 36.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And they are just breaking the will of their opponent.
And so it's the Charlotte Hornets holding a big 18-point lead to close the quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here.
Hey, folks.
They're getting destroyed inside. I'm pretty sure even Kenny could get a layup on them right now.
Shaq, I'd get a layup on you. And now that we have a second here, let's check out the injury report for this squad. And that concludes halftime. Now time.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
Well, it didn't take him long to get that double-double. Already has it halfway through the game.
For most guys, that's a night's work. It shows you how dominant he's been to this point.
Johnson and Okongwu man the post position. Filling the perimeter slots are Daniels and Rizashay. And it's Young in at the point. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. And here is MP. Following the three-pointer by Trae Young. Yep, that one goes.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Rizashay with it. And we know he can score. He's averaging around 21.5 points a game. From deep. And it's MP with the rebound.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Chalk up two there.
And that is killer instinct, just continuing to pile it on.
Outside Daniels. Back to Young. Driving to the basket. That's a basket. His 8th from the field, 8 of 14.
Gets one to go. It's been a great personal night for him, but those mean a lot less if you're losing. And I bet he wishes they could play this team every night. Things are going great out there offensively.
Hawks passing it around. Pass to Rizashay. Young outside. And here's Daniels. Down low. Okongwu. And Okongwu slams it in.
And that's one of Daniels' greatest attributes, his poise as a playmaker.
And that one, good. MP's got 44.
Man, I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Outside Daniels. Johnson the screen. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the Hornets. 19-point lead, which is the largest margin in the game. And dunks it right on top of Trae Young. Wow!
What athletic ability from MP. Plenty of bounce in those legs.
Let's see the connected cam angle on that stunning play. Brought to you by AT&T. Pass to Rizashay. Johnson sets the screen for Rizashay. Bridges with the board.
Oh, you have a feeling this would be a completely different game if it wasn't for his brutal shooting performance.
Here's ABC, and he banks in the layup. ABC's got 48.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Okongwu with a screen on Ball. And Young kicks to Daniels. Just 5 on the clock. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And that is what this league looks like now. Everybody has a three-point shot in their arsenal, and Daniels is no exception.
Anthony's checked in for Trae Young. Now a chance to check out the top NBA block leaders. MP third.
There aren't going to be many nights when you don't see him affect the game with his shot blocking ability.
And he hammers that one down right in the face of Okongwu.
This young kid's got some ups. MP throwing it down.
Now Anthony hasn't made one yet. Back to Okongwu. Count that bucket.
He's done a great job filling up the box score, but so far it just hasn't been enough. He needs help.
ABC's shot is good.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
And the dunk by Ricochet.
Yeah, if you give Ricochet a chance at the rim, he's going to make you pay.
And stolen by Okongwu. Pass to Ricochet. And here's Anthony from the arc. Buries the long-range jumper.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
And MP throws it down hard.
He's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Outside Daniel. We've got 1:13 left in the third. It's good from long range. That's 7 points for Ricochet.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
MP passes to man. Back to MP. Again, what an avalanche. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
Daniels inside the line. In Atlanta again with the bucket.
Now, that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the two-man game right there. Now, he is red hot, leading the game in scoring.
And the Hawks with possession here, following the bucket by the Hornets. Stolen away. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. MP outside. Pass to McNeely. Back to MP. And got it! Another basket. 60 points. This guy cannot be stopped.
They've had no answer for him in this one.
Anthony, 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on MP. Atlanta shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
2 shots.
He hits the second from the line. That will count. And so it's MP making things happen for Charlotte. After a fantastic quarter, he's sitting on a double-double. And there's nowhere to go but up for him. We'll return shortly. In a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, playing for one another. That's the definition of teamwork.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. And on the court for Charlotte as we start the 4th. We've got Johnson. He's out there with Ball. MP out there with Miller. And it's Salon in at the power forward. Tim, in your career, you played at every level of basketball, pro and college and before. What's the single biggest change in your mind as far as professional basketball outside the NBA?
Well, Kevin, I think globally the level of play has just risen dramatically. There's a much greater belief now that you can actually make it to the league, even if you're playing outside this country. And then the G League has created a much more streamlined path for those who want to work their way into the league.
G League has been terrific.
Sure has.
Now, MP. After the missed 3 from Trae Young. ABC's shot is good.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Now, here is Young. Pass to Stewart. The Hawks again can't hit. For Charlotte, they've gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the 4th. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the 4th. Ball against Young. And as we've seen, Greg, navigating this age of social media can be difficult for an NBA player.
Yeah, a momentary indiscretion can get broadcast to the whole world. So there's a need for caution that's probably higher than in decades past.
And so it's Young who brings it up for the Atlanta Hawks. Next up for them, the Bucks in Milwaukee. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip.
Every coach in this league loves assisted baskets. It indicates your offense is flowing the way it's supposed to.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Okongwu's checked in for Stewart. Jalen Johnson comes in for Newell. Zachary Rizachet's checked in for Alexander Walker. And Daniels subbed in for Cole Anthony. Bridges is checked in for Charlotte. Knipple comes in for Johnson.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
The 19-foot shot. The shot by ABC, no good. Hawks have gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
In this league, you run whenever you can. It's so much easier to score in transition.
Here is Daniels. Following the basket by MP. Young outside. Johnson the screen. And Young kicks to Johnson. They grab their own miss. And Okongwu slams it in.
And, you know, it's one thing to get the offensive rebound, but then how about the loud bucket he's able to convert?
He was in perfect position under the hoop, Greg. You're right. Once he gets his hands on the miss.
Oh, he's having a huge night, and so is this offense, just rolling right now.
Here's Okongwu. Following the bucket by the Hornets. Young from outside. It's hauled in by MP. ABC's got rebound number 19 now. Incredible board work. And another one falls.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition. Back to Young. Fires for 3. Good. And it's Johnson with the assist that time. Young's got 24 points.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
They have found a weakness in the defense, and it's on their ability to defend the three-point line.
Wow. We are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special. Now, here is Young. 1:21 left in the fourth quarter. The 3. It's rebounded by Charlotte. ABC's got his 20th rebound here tonight. Saw that coming.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Charlotte.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And words can hardly describe the way these guys have come out game after game after game and been dominant facing both conferences. When they hit the 72-win mark, we thought it couldn't continue. And when they rewrite the record books once more, we'll say, wow, we were glad we watched it all. What a team. And we watched one guy all night long, guys. And look at the stats, just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for MP.
Well, what a highlight reel he put together, playing his game and contributing in a big way.
Here's Okongwu. Following the basket by MP.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
And good, he hits it again.
And he's been out of this world tonight. Unreal offensively.
The points just keep adding up.